Hi kids, today I have a story about Jonny Appleseed, and I'm going to tell you all about Jonny Appleseed and where he came from. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Jonny who lived in Massachusetts, and he lived with a family of 10 kids. It was a rowdy house, and so one day when he grew up tall and big, he decided to travel north. And as he was traveling north, he went and he found a man that worked at an apple mill. And this man gave him apple seeds. And they were like gold to Jonny. And Jonny held them in his hands like they were gold. When I find it, kids, I'm going to pick up that apple seeds in between these 3 apples, further up my lap, in the middle of my lap, and I move the 3rd apple, and there's the apple seed. And so he got the apple seeds from the apple mill farmer, and he held them in his hand like gold and treasured it. And then he started traveling north. And pretty soon, Jonny came to a little house, and there was a little girl outside. Jonny! Jonny! It's Jonny Appleseed! Come to my house! Come to my house and tell me stories, said Beth. And then Beth's dad saw Jonny too, and he put down his axe, and he said,
"Well, Jonny's always welcome here at my house."
And Mama was in the kitchen, cooking up a storm and making fried chicken. And she said, "Oh my, I got to put extra grits on the stove. Jonny Appleseed's coming over for supper." And then Jonny, he was just walking, and Beth saw him getting closer. And then I put my clothes back on, because this is a kid's show. I hit myself in the mouth sometimes. And then Jonny came to Beth's house, and he helped Papa chop the logs for the fire.
And they were just chopping and chopping and chopping.
And then Jonny helped Mama pluck the chicken for supper, and they were just plucking and plucking and plucking. And then Jonny helped Beth wash the dishes for supper, and they were just washing and washing and washing. And then after dinner, Mama came out with a big piece of apple pie for Jonny. And she said, "Mama, them is my favorite. I love apple pie. And I love people," said Jonny. I hug myself sometimes. Just sometimes. I'm not very good at juggling, kids. But the story goes that Jonny sat down and he told Beth all his stories. He told her stories about how he traveled with Indians on canoes across rivers. And they were just rowing and rowing and rowing across them rivers near Canada, the one that divides Canada and Ohio. And then next, what had happened was that Jonny, excuse me for a second, I'm having some difficulties breathing, and I've got a little bit of the hiccups. Don't mind me, my clothes is falling off again, and this is a kids program. And then Jonny told Beth about how he met up with a gang of men, and they wanted to fight because they were just rough and tough and big and bad, and they were just slapping Jonny all around the forest. And Jonny said, "Listen here, men, we're gonna have a chopping tree contest. Whoever chops the most trees is the strongest man in the woods." And so they picked up their axe, and they were just chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping, and then they stopped chopping, and they cleared out the forest. And before you knew it, kids, come in, I've got a secret to tell you. I got a secret. Jonny actually tricked them. I'm shushing myself as I'm talking. Jonny actually tricked them to plant apple seeds and make his apple orchard. And so they were just planting apple seeds. And after a little while, apple trees come out of apple seeds. And after even a little while longer, apples come out of apple trees. Just like these 3 apples I have on my lap. I can hold all 3 of them up at one time. And I'm not hungry right now, hands. So take them apples away. And this has been the story of Jonny Appleseed. Join me next time on Reading Rainbow for our story about Davy Crockett.